Hello and welcome, sports fans, to the live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Jeff Smith with Joseph Brett, coming to you live from Grants Pass High School in Grants Pass, Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring the Franklin Lightning and the Grants Pass Lady Cavers. And we are ready to get underway. We'll get you the starters as we get to the tip-off. And the Lightning win the tip. Starters for the Lightning: number 1, Monique Lyons; number 3, Carmen Fiorito; number 4, Obi Nuakoma; number 10, Maddie Homna; and number 22, Shady Ganell. Just underway here from Grants Pass High School. As the Lightning had won the tip, but they're going to turn it over here. And let's look at the starters for Grants Pass. Number 2, Kylie Rucker. Number 11, Sophie Mock. Number 13, Emily Rund. Number 15, Camden Bruner. And number 33, Kaylin Teagle. Lady Cavers able to break the pressure out at the mid-court line. Mock with the miss. And the ball tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Caver ball. Taking a look at this matchup, the Franklin Lightning play in the Portland Interscholastic League. Currently a 2-5 record. Already one win, though, in their conference season. Cavers yet to play a conference game. So a little early game jitters at both ends of the floor here. A couple of turnovers. And the Lightning will try and keep things going here. The Lady Cavers, on the other hand, play in the 6A Southwest Conference, currently a 5-5 overall record. And as I mentioned, they have not played a conference game as of yet. Nice steal stepping into the passing lane there was Bruner. Three-pointer miss there by Rund. And looking to push Nuakama. Here's a three. Missed by Homna. Caveman boys also playing tonight. They've got a different opponent, however. Not playing Franklin. There's a deep 2, and there's our first bucket of the night. That's Rucker dropping in the jumper. .540 remaining here in the first as the Lightning looking to even things up. And a travel. Pretty easy call there, Joseph. Got the happy feet trying to make the drive. And the Cavers break the press with the dribble, and we'll get free throws coming up for Bruner. First team foul for either team. Oh, excuse me, I said Bruner. That was Kaylin Teagle. And Teagle hits the first. And it's 3-0 Cavers. Missing the second is Teagle. Lady Cavers will play again tomorrow right here at Grants Pass High School. You can watch that game as well right here on Table Rock Sports. Caver defense doing a nice job of keeping the Lightning out of the paint so far here in this first quarter. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Lions with the miss. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the first. Similar action at this end, working that perimeter, looking for an entry pass. And another foul. Second team foul for Franklin. That one will go against Lyons, her first. Get it to the weak side. Banker, three is good. Sophie Mock. And they're going to call that a 2, so. That makes it 5-0 in favor of the Cavers. Lady Cavers doing a really good job with this zone defense. They rotate well. There's a nice entry pass. That'll set up a corner three. But the Lightning can't convert. Another three on the way. This one is a three, and it counts. Rund gets her first bucket of the night, and it's 8-0 in favor of the Lady Cavers. Ball tipped out of bounds, and we'll get some substitutions coming in. For Franklin. Rund clears that rebound off that missed three. Cavers looking to push it, get ahead of the defense, but nothing doing there down low. Rund, never afraid to shoot, takes the 15-footer, no good. And there's a charge. Third team foul on Franklin. Nicolai Jackson picks up that foul. Jackson, one of the subs coming in at that last whistle. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first. And the Cavers keeping the Lightning scoreless so far, and there's going to be a travel. It's the danger you get into. You give up your dribble with no one to pass it to. Makes it real easy on the defender. Put the pressure on you. And Franklin still having trouble converting. Noah Kama with the miss at the other end, and there's the jumper for Grants Pass, pushing the lead to 10-0. getting her own rebound and putting it up and in. Jackson finally gets the Lightning on the board. Under a minute to go here in the first. That's going to be another Franklin foul. Their fourth. And Noah Kama picks up her second. Corner three, no good. Let the Cavers get it back. Couple of long jumpers from Rund, but she can't get either one to fall. But we're going to get another foul. .25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Rachel Snyder into the game for the Lady Cavers. Fiorito picked up her first foul on that last whistle. Franklin gets the steal here. And they turn it right back over. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. The layup is good. Rucker adds to her total. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Grants Pass 12, Franklin 2. You're watching TableRockSports.net. Fans, stop into any of these 7 Siskiyou Cellular locations in Southern Oregon for a wide range of your wireless needs. For over 25 years, Siskiyou Cellular has been keeping customers connected to people and things that matter most. Check out the latest individual, family, and business plans with all the latest smartphones, tablets, hotspots, and accessories. Siskiyou Cellular, presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou and presented by My Circle K, Bill's Glass, and Sherm's Food for Less. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard to start the second, Lady Cavers leading the Franklin Lightning 12-2. And the Cavers turn it over to start the quarter. Oh, good strong move in the lane, and she gets it to fall. That's Fiorito. And she'll get to the line, try and make it a three-point play the hard way. That'll be the first foul on Skylar Willie. First team foul for the Cavers. Sandoval Lopez in the game to start the second quarter for the Lady Cavers. She's out there with Bruner and Rucker. And they get a jump ball here. That'll be possession to the Lightning. Gunnell with the miss. The Cavers had that defense pretty well, and they're going to pick up a foul here at the other end. Going to be the 6th team foul on the Lightning. And Fiorito picks up her second. So a couple of Lightning players with 2 apiece, Nowakama and Fiorito. Risky pass down low, but and the hook shot no good, but not sure how she got that pass to Willie, but Willie couldn't convert. And we're going to get another foul on the rebound. It's going to go against the Lightning. That's going to be the 7th team foul. And that should be a 1-and-1. That was a loose ball, or actually the Caver player had possession, so we will come to the other end and shoot the 1-and-1. Stepping to the line for the Lady Cavers is Rachel Snyder. That foul was on Purcell. Lightning having trouble getting inside, so they're just starting to attack one player at a time, and so far it's not really paying off, and there's a 3 at the other end. Sophie Mock. Sophie's got 5 tonight, and we're going to get a timeout called here by Franklin. Bill's Glass is proud to be a sponsor with Table Rock Sports. Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years, covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house. Locally owned, family-run Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. I thank Bill's Glass for sponsoring our live broadcast here on Table Rock Sports. We're in the second quarter, just over 5 minutes to go in the second. Back-to-back threes launched by the Lightning. Neither one will fall. And going coast to coast and putting it up and in. Camden Bruner. Again, that Lady Caver defense. It's a good rotation, just giving nothing but the perimeter here to the Lightning so far in this first half. Oh, good anticipation there. Bruner with the steal. And wave it off. That was one too many steps. Monique Lyons checks back into the game for the Lightning. Another corner three, another miss for the Lightning, and they're just struggling at the offensive end right now. Can't get anything going in the paint and have not found their touch from the arc. On the drive there is the Caver showing a lot of patience on the offensive end here, not settling for outside. They'll take the outside shot if it's there, but really taking their time to work it around. And Noah Kama going to pick up her third. It's the 8th team foul. Front half of the 1-and-1 is good from Bruner. And she rattles home the second one. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. And there's another Caver steal. And a beautiful move there. Rund puts it up and in. And they turn them over again here. Splitting two defenders, but not getting the roll was Alexa Medley. And then we'll get a Caver foul. Skylar Willie picks up her second. She accounts for the only Caver team fouls in this first half, and we've got 2:47 remaining in this second quarter. There's a nice drive in the lane and flipping it up with the right hand, Fiorito. She's got 4 of the Lightning 6. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the half. And Lions went for that steal, and she paid for it. Snyder puts it up and in for the Lady Cavers. And we'll finally get some movement in the paint, get an entry pass. Lions gets the bucket, and that's what they've been looking for all half long, and they finally get it to pay off. But then attacking the weak side on the defense was Mock, but she can't get it to fall. Another 3 missed by Jackson. She's really struggling to find her range from out there. Cavers miss a 3 of their own. Under a minute to go. And that's going to be a blocking foul and a bucket. Good strong move. Fiorito with the hoop and some harm, and Caver player was there in plenty of time, but unfortunately there was not squarely in front of Fiorito. And picking up, well, they haven't put that foul on the board yet. We'll let you know who picked up that one. Got 55 seconds remaining in this first half. Maya Bryant checks into the game for the Lightning. And they gave that foul to Rund, her first. Blocking foul. Bryant, who just checked into the game, picks up the foul. Team foul number 9 for the Lightning, and another 1-and-1 coming up. Bruner at the line for the Lady Cavers. Cavers get another offensive rebound here. 30 seconds to go. And a collision in the lane, and didn't have to be set on that one. Bruner was out of control a little bit on that. Easy call for the baseline referee there. That's the first on Bruner. Deep three. That one a little short. Six and a half seconds remaining. Cavers will have an inbound here. Corsella back into the game for Franklin. Corner three, got it. Sophie Mock with her second three of the quarter, and that is going to do it for this first half. Oh, excuse me, that was Rund. I keep trying to give Mock some of Rund's points, so we'll fix that. And so on the John L. Scott scoreboard at halftime, Grants Pass 26. Franklin 11. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular. And taking a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, Grants Pass leading the Franklin Lightning 26-11. And that first half, the Lightning made a little run there toward the end of the half to climb back into this game a little bit, but they struggled offensively for most of that first half, Joseph.
Yeah, Franklin struggling offensively, and they were doing a good job defensively for a while, and then Grants Pass kind of figured out how to break that press, get the ball moving forward, and doing a really good job of getting to the basket. Something that Grants Pass hasn't necessarily done very well this season is getting to the basket, and they're doing a little bit better of a job this evening of scoring from the inside and not the outside, getting closer to the basket and making some of those high percentage shots.
Yeah, and they were, especially in that second quarter, showing a lot of patience, and it resulted in a lot of nice passes on the baseline on the weak side. They were skipping it to the weak side baseline, weren't converting every time, but it breaks down the defense a little bit when you're able to get it to that weak side. So they'll just have to work on converting from that left block a little bit more often. But definitely Grants Pass did the better job of breaking down the defense, both the press and just working around that zone defense.
Just controlling the boards really well, offensively and defensively. They were just all over the basketball, not letting Franklin get any second chance opportunities.
Yeah,
and doing a good job on their end of getting as many second chance opportunities as possible.
Yeah, definitely winning the offensive rebound battle is the Lady Cavers. They're not giving up a whole bunch of them at the defensive end, and they've gotten quite a few in that first half. In my unofficial score sheet, I missed a few of the buckets, but leading the way for the Lightning, Carmen Fiorito. She's got 7 in that first half, and it's a few pretty balanced scoring really for the Lady Cavers. Rucker with a couple of buckets, Mock on the scoreboard, Rund on there, Bruner of course with 4 points, at least unofficially, and then Snyder also scoring. So it's nice to see the balanced scoring. You don't want to rely on just one player, and that's kind of what's hurting Franklin right now, is they're having trouble getting other players going. The Jackson doing a lot of hard work, but hasn't found her touch from the outside as their primary point guard so far. And so just if the Lightning can get their offense going, they can stay in this game. But if they keep giving up the offensive rebounds at the other end, it might be a long second half for them.
Yeah, Franklin, they're doing a good job of getting to the basket. They just got to do a good job of finishing when they get there. They're getting to the basket, but Grants Pass defense is meeting them. They're not just going up strong, kind of taking some wild shots at the basket. Maybe working to the hoop more and not away from the defensive player. Put up the shot, maybe force some more fouls. Get Grants Pass in foul trouble a little bit, as they only committed 4 team fouls there in the first half, and Franklin getting themselves in foul trouble, giving Grants Pass the extra shot opportunities from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to step up their defense without, committing so many fouls here in the second half as well.
Yeah, definitely. That was a difference. The Lady Cavers didn't necessarily convert as many of their free throws as they'd like. In fact, they missed the front half of a couple of one-and-ones. But, as you mentioned, the team foul situation was pretty lopsided in that first half, and it definitely shows on the scoreboard. So let's take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors. Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. With offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls, they practice a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and more. To learn more or schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781. Thank you to Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Lady Cavers out there warming up, getting ready for the second half, which is coming up in just about a minute as the Franklin team makes their way back to the bench. Let's see what kind of adjustments they've been able to make and try and get back into this game. It's time for former high school athletes to get back in the game. Please consider becoming an OSAA official. There is a serious shortage statewide in all sports at all levels. Remember the people that called your games in high school? Now it's your turn. Visit www.newofficials.org to learn how you can get back in the game. So as we head to the second half, we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. Grants Pass leading after one half of play, 26-11. And it looks like the Lady Cavers will have the ball to start this second half. And we're getting a little delay here with a little problem with the scoreboard here in the gym, but they'll get that ironed out and we'll get things underway. If you're listening to us live, we will have another game coming up. The Cavemen boys will be hosting the second game of our doubleheader, and that will be against the Westview Wildcats. That game scheduled for a 6:45 tip-off. Original starting five looks like out there for the Cavers. That's Rucker, Mock, Rund, Bruner, and Teagle. And a quick turnover here on the jump ball. So the possession arrow switching directions again as we get underway here in the third. Lightning settle for another perimeter shot. They don't get it to fall, and that was a big story in that first half. Early in the first, they were able to get inside, and late in the first they were, but for a good stretch, the Caver defense kept them away. Oh, Fiorito had a nice look there, just couldn't get it to fall. And the Cavers turn it over.
See if Franklin can get a little better shot opportunity here. Force Grants Pass to turn the ball over 3 straight times to open up the second half. If they could convert the last couple of opportunities, this could definitely be a different ball game at this point.
Yeah, and you wonder, the Cavers in that 3-2 defense, and they do a good job of rotating to the ball. I wonder if the scouting report on Franklin is that they don't really shoot the ball from the arc very well. And there's a fast break opportunity, but the Cavers can't convert. So both teams turning the ball over quite a bit here in this beginning of this second half. But as you mentioned, that the Lightning defense in this start of the second half has definitely clamped down a little bit on the Cavers. And they're going to need to do that if they want to get back in this game. And there's a good anticipation there. That was Gunnell starting to pick up on the tendencies, and that's when you can anticipate some of those passes. They tried a couple times in that first half, and it resulted in easy looks for the Cavers, but that one there almost worked out in the Lightning's favor. And working off a screen is Rund. Gets it up and in. Under 5.5 to go here in the third, and the Lightning yet to score. This is how they started the game as well. Defensive effort has been a little better in the second half to start the second half than they started the game with, but the points not going up on the board as of yet. And that's going to be good defense. That I think that was Mock, and she did a good job retreating on that to force that travel. And what do we got, a technical foul called here? Not. I'm gonna take a guess. I didn't see anything, but maybe the bench didn't like the travel call.
I believe it was Fiorito. I believe she kicked the ball, or
okay. See,
something along those lines. Something she didn't think was enough to warrant the.
And I either was looking the other way or looking down, but missed that. Sports fans, we know you like to access our games on your mobile devices, but how many of you knew we had an app for that? The TRS app is available through the Apple and Android stores. Be sure to check out TableRockSports.com each week for our features and our news feeds updated daily. Follow at Table Rock Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Taking a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Grants Pass 28, Franklin 11. And they couldn't convert the free throws on that technical. But, of course, they'll get the ball here. Franklin with a similar defense, similar 3-2 defense, although their rotation is a little different. They're a little more aggressive attacking the ball instead of just moving to the spot the way the Lady Cavers do. And there's another case there. Gunnell again anticipating, knowing that ball can only go one place, so she knew right where that pass was going to go. That would have been a 2, no good. And still plenty of time for the Lightning to inch their way back into this, but they've got to start putting some points up. We're 3:50 remaining, and they turn it over here, and they still have yet to score in the second half. Cavers haven't filled it up either, but they're the only team to have scored here in the second half. There's a nice baseline move, stopping and popping Noah Kama. That's her first bucket of the night. And part of her problem tonight has been she's already got 3 fouls, and so it takes a little bit of your aggressive nature away as you don't want to pick up that fourth. As they triple teamed Rucker down there, the Lightning pick up their second team foul of the half. It's going to be the second on Lions. Set up a jumper off the inbound, but can't get it to fall.
It's another shot from the outside for Grants Pass. They gotta start pushing that ball to the basket. They're not having any luck from around the 3-point line.
Yeah, the Lightning defense has definitely gotten tightened down a little bit more. There's a nice power move in the lane, and Noah Kama, who didn't get into the score sheet in the first half, quickly has 4 here in this third quarter.
Grants Pass just needing to work the ball down to the block a little bit. They have somebody down there pretty consistently, just not really looking to the inside, just working it around the perimeter quite a bit until they can get a 3 opportunity like that one there. But so far in this one, they haven't shot the 3 for a very high percentage.
No, they haven't, but they haven't taken as many. You know, you and I did that Century game together, and they could not find the range from 3 most of the night. They were shooting a lot of them, but weren't knocking a lot of them down. They definitely have cut down on how many 3s they're taking, but you're right, they still haven't really found the range, and then finally getting one to fall after taking a few. Jackson with the 3. And it's 31-18. Well, and this is what we saw in the second quarter. The Lightning defense was getting pretty aggressive in that second quarter, but the Lady Cavers were being pretty patient, and right here they're forcing things. See, they tried to force that into the post, and Noah Kama was right there waiting for it. And she's got 6 now.
Franklin on a 9-3 run. In about the last 2 minutes.
We're under a minute to go, and we're going to get another Lightning foul. Obi Nwakama picks up number 4, third team foul for the Lightning. And Sandoval Lopez at the line for the Lady Cavers, and she hits the first. That's her first points of the night. Riley Childers into the game. She'll replace Rund. And Lopez hits them both. .40 seconds to go in the third. And fighting her way in. We're going to get a foul before the shot. So this will be team foul number 1 for Grants Pass. And that'll be the first on Sandoval Lopez. And then they steal the inbound. A 2-on-2 opportunity, but they can't convert. Oh, bailed her out on that one. Fiorito really had no place to go on that, but coming down with the arm and picking up her third foul, Skylar Willie. And had she just gone straight up, I don't think Fiorito had a chance of getting that shot to go. She was off balance, kind of falling away from the bucket, but she can't convert from the line. Now that was what they needed, except they lost the handle. But Willie did a nice job drawing the extra defender and then making the pass to the weak side. But unfortunately, they fumbled it away. Oh, nice, good patience on that inbound.
Good little pick there, and then just turning back to the basket. The defender went with the offensive player that she was making the pick for, and she turned back to the basket wide open there, and a good job by Grants Pass.
So on the John L. Scott scoreboard, after 3 quarters of play, it's Grants Pass 35 and Franklin Lightning 20. Southern Oregon is a hotbed for local sports at the youth, high school, college, and even Olympic levels. Stay in touch with all sports in Southern Oregon at southernoregonsports.com. And we thank Travel Medford for being a sponsor here on TableRockSports.net. Another sponsor we'd like to thank, My Circle K. Get your crunch on with crispy, crunchy chicken. It's available at My Circle K. That's a game winner right there. Find them, follow them, kick back with them at mycirclek.com. And we head to the fourth. The John L. Scott scoreboard shows Grants Pass 35, Franklin 20. And the Lightning start the fourth with the ball, but they've got a little hole to dig out of here, trailing by 15. Got it inside once there, Joseph, but couldn't really get anything from that. Had to settle for another 3, and here's a 3 at the other end.
Gonna give her a 2 on that one.
Oh, they're gonna change that to a 2. See, we're high up here above things, and we think we can see everything, but sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. Oh, a little too strong on that pass. Try to get it down to Maya Bryant, but that was like trying to catch one over the middle from Tom Brady. It had a lot of mustard on it. Oh, a nice clean block. Couldn't see who that Lightning player was. Rund had the weak side wide open, and she didn't want to take it there. She tried to go up strong with the right hand, but that was a situation she needed to go to the left hand, and there was no defender over there. Oh, tough break there. Bruner lost the handle as she was catching, and too often that results in the traveling call, and it does right there. Of course, the Lightning been struggling to get their inside game going all night long, but as the time ticks down here in the fourth, they're going to have to probably just resort to shooting threes just to try and get back in this one. And the Cavers haven't really obliged them with too many fouls tonight, so they're not going to do it from the line. They're going to have to find a way to do it from the field. They'll put the press back on. Nice fast break, but they can't get it to pay off. Cavers need to take advantage of their opportunities, otherwise they're gonna keep leaving the door open one too many times here, and the Lightning will find a way to claw back into this one. Corsell picks up her second, and that's the fourth team foul on the Lightning. It's Fiorito and Homna sit down. I haven't talked much about Homna, but she's spent a lot of time up at that point guard position and hasn't been hasn't figured in the scoring, but she's definitely been a good presence up at the top for the Lightning tonight. Noah Kama misses that three, and that's another thing. You can hit 2 or 3 threes in a row or good outside shots in a row. It'll loosen the defense up a little bit as Rucker gets herself to the line here. But unfortunately for the Franklin Lightning, they've been cold from the outside, and the Lady Cavers really not even challenging strongly on that perimeter. Willie back in the game. And Rucker splits the free throws. I've got her for 5 tonight. There's a grab inside. And Willie picks up her 4th for the Lady Cavers, but only the 3rd team foul for Grants Pass. And there's a 3.
Someone that Franklin could use to get going a little bit more, as she looks to have a pretty decent shot from the outside. And does a good job on the inside of getting to the basket. She hasn't had the minutes, the opportunities this game because she's been in foul trouble with 3 fouls. What was that, in the first quarter for her?
Yes, it was.
So she sat for a good portion of the first half and not really able to get anything going there, but she's shown that she has the ability here in the second half.
Yeah, that was her last 2 shots were both from the arc. The first one just missed, and that one finally got it to fall, so she's definitely has the range, just hasn't really been able to show it so far tonight. But with 4:39 remaining in this one, she's going to have to get really hot really quick if she's going to pull this Franklin team back into this game. Table Rock Sports is partnering with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission to promote the Know Your Role campaign to improve the culture surrounding youth sports. You'll hear messages from the campaign in tonight's game and can learn more by visiting travelmedford.org and click on sports, The SOSC, Table Rock Sports, OSAA, and NFHS partners in supporting a healthy sporting environment for all. And we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. Cavers with the lead, 38-23 over the Franklin Lightning. And the advantage going down the stretch here for the Cavers is they don't have to settle for shots. As long as they're running time off of that clock, they can keep working it around, looking for better looks. But they turn it over. Oh, nice. Waiting for the teammate getting back, but they can't convert. But Corso with the steal and almost had the assist there. And we'll get another Lightning foul as Sandoval Lopez snuck in on that weak side for that rebound and couldn't get the putback, but she's going to go to the line. Team foul number 6 for Franklin. And Sandoval Lopez, perfect from the line so far tonight. That last foul was the 3rd on Bryant. And Sandoval Lopez, perfect 4 for 4 from the line tonight. All those in the second half. And there's another one. Just as you said, Joseph, Nowakama getting it going, starting to find that touch from the arc. Oh, and a perfect opportunity squandered on a travel call there. Still 3.5 minutes to go in this one. The Lightning need to be efficient, but they can definitely still get back in this one. And there's another one. Nowakama getting hot from the arc. She's got 3 straight threes here in the 4th. And then Jackson with the reaching foul. I believe that's only her 2nd, but unfortunately for the Lightning, that puts the Lady Cavers into the bonus. And Bruner hits the front half of the 1-1. Get a little break here as some extra equipment out on the court. And Bruner hits them both. I don't know if they've put the points up for the wrong team, I believe. Well, we'll go with the scoreboard. It says 42-29 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And another steal. And finally an offensive rebound, and guess who? Noah Kama with another bucket, this one a 2. And we'll get a timeout called here. Taken by Franklin. And they've closed it to 11, Joseph. Do you think with 2.5 to play, they've got enough time to try and steal one here?
Might be a little late for them to make a rally here, but you never know. A couple of quick buckets and a few turnovers, and anything's possible. They've forced a lot of turnovers so far in this game, and like 4 or 5 to open the half in a row. So Grants Pass, one thing they're going to have to do is maintain possession of this basketball, try and run a little bit of the clock off. But Franklin, they're going to come out in that full court press, and Grants Pass is going to have to beat it.
Yeah, and you know, Grants Pass has got all but 2 of their points here in this fourth quarter from the free throw line. So if not for the free throw line, their offense really not converting, and they've had a lot of opportunities like we're seeing right here where they get the numbers, but they can't convert. Now this time they don't give up the possession. They just send it back out and reset, but they've turned it over a few times where they really should have had an easy bucket and they couldn't get it done, either a travel call or just a plain miss.
There's another turnover for Grants Pass. If Franklin can convert here, they hit a 3. They bring this to within 8. That's anybody's ball game with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and they've got the right person out there to do it. Nuakama has just been on fire in this fourth quarter. She's got 11 points in the quarter behind 3 3-pointers. And they could use another one of those right here. Oh, she thought she had that rebound. She was trying to steal that rebound away. But here come the Cavers. And again, the Cavers don't have to settle for shots, but they keep making plays like that where they turn it over or almost turn it over. And then they get loose on the baseline and miss the layup. So they're giving Franklin every opportunity to climb back in this game here in the fourth. Oh, Bryant had a wide open look, couldn't get it to go. And Lightning trying to foul there, and they finally do get the call. They need to stop the clock. Minute 22 remaining. And it'll be free throws the rest of the way, of course, for the Lady Cavers. Fiorito picks up her 4th. Team foul number 8. And Bruner back at the line. Hits the first. And we'll get a timeout taken here. So a couple of miscues at the offensive end for Franklin. Otherwise, they might be feeling like they could win this game. But just those last couple of possessions, they couldn't get anything, any points out of it.
Yeah, just some missed opportunities there for him to really get back into this one. But the shot's not falling for him down low, and Grants Pass doing a really good job from the free throw line. Bruner hitting the first of 2 there. I think she's 5 of 6 now from the free throw line. Trying to make it 6 of 7. Coming down to it now, it seems to be the difference maker in this one.
Yeah, and again, the Cavers with only 1 field goal in the fourth, but they've got 6 points from the line. This can make it 7, but she can't get it to fall. 1:18 remaining. That 3 no good, and that's all Franklin's got left now is launching from 3, but unfortunately Nuakama, the only one really hitting them consistently. And I think the Cavers know that, and they're giving her a little extra attention around that arc. So back to the free throw line, Bruner once again. She's hit 3 out of her last 4.
So none in the first half for how are you saying it?
Nuakoma?
Nuakoma. Nothing in the first half for her, but 17 in the second.
And unfortunately for the Lightning, she is fouled out. That last foul was on Obi Nuakoma, and she fouls out, but had quite the second half. 1 minute to go. And on our John L. Scott scoreboard, oh, there's a bucket. We'll add 2 more onto that scoreboard as Jackson will look for the 3-point play, but it's 44-33. I've got it as the 4th team foul for the Cavers. And it'll be number 2 on Camden Bruner. And Jackson completes the 3-point play. It's nice when you can do it with the clock stopped, but I think the Lightning are just going to run out of time here in this one. 50 seconds to go. And they'll foul Kylie Rucker, send her to the line to shoot 2 on the double bonus. As Gunnell picks up only her first. Surprised that's only her first foul tonight. We've mentioned her name quite a bit. She's been pretty active defensively, but that's her first foul of the night. And Rucker hits the first of 2. And she rattles it around but gets it to fall. She's 3 out of her last 4 free throws. And it's now 46-34. And another turnover. And that's been the difference in this one. This last 2 minutes, the Franklin Lightning just too many trips up the floor without points, and the Cavers throw it away, but it's 16 seconds to go. Jackson, I'm going to say the Cavers touched that. She got away with a little bit of a clear out there, and it's not going to matter here with 4 seconds to go. And we'll stop the clock with 1 second, so the Lady Cavers are going to come away with the win. We'll just have to see how they use this final second, and that's going to do it. Taking a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, our final score from Grants Pass High School. The Grants Pass Lady Cavers 46, the Franklin Lightning 34. So the Lady Cavers get the win. And we're going to take a quick break. And we'll come back with your MyCircleK.com post-game show after this break.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Welcome back to the My Circle K post-game show, your locally owned Chevron stations powered by Colvin Oil, who sponsor the Fuel Your School program in October. Your support has raised over $300,000 in the past 4 years. For more information, visit mycirclek.com. And again, as we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Grants Pass Lady Cavers come away with a victory tonight at home, defeating the Franklin Lightning 46-34. And we talked about it all night, Joseph. The offensive rebounding was a big advantage for the Lady Cavers tonight. And then again, as their lead extended, they were able to be more and more patient. And even though they weren't really scoring a lot in that fourth quarter, they were able to burn a lot of clock and get to the free throw line quite a bit. And that really was the difference, because it was a similar game at both ends of the floor. But the Cavers, as they just started to inch away, they were able to, to really burn clock when they needed to and look for open shots. They did struggle a little bit in that fourth, but again, the foul trouble for Franklin was a big part of why the Cavers win this one. As that fourth quarter went on, and looking at the score sheet, we had mentioned earlier that they only had one field goal in that fourth quarter, and that was the case, but they went to the free throw line 6 times for a total of 12 shots, and that kept the margin where it needed to be for the Lady Cavers. Now, we were talking about players of the game for this one, and we had a pretty easy call for the Lightning. We had to have a little more discussion for the Cavers, because it was pretty balanced for the Lady Cavers. Our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game for Franklin, and again, an easy call for both of us, was Obi Nuakoma. She had 17 points, all of those in the second half, including 3 straight three-pointers, which really gave the Lightning a little bit of a spark that unfortunately wasn't able to carry him any closer.
Wasn't enough, but enough to give them some fight with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, give them something to be excited about. They had some opportunities. They just missed them. They missed a couple of open shots, a couple of shots down low at the basket. Just weren't able to get them to fall, forcing countless turnovers. Usually Grants Pass a little bit better with the basketball, but credit to Franklin. They did a good job of staying home on defense. They didn't follow a lot of people. So typically you see the defensive player follow when somebody cuts, and they were staying home. Grants Pass is going to just, give that quick pass to the person they think is always there. And Franklin staying home, just stepping in front of a lot of those passes. Just not able to capitalize on the opportunities that they were getting.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's similar to what you see in football. When guys stay in their lanes, they make good plays. As soon as they start over pursuing, they miss the plays, and that was the Lightning defense tonight. You're right. They were very disciplined, and again, when that second half started, they were anticipating a lot of those passes because they were where they needed to be.
In Grants Pass, they don't really mix it up a whole lot. They work the ball around the key quite a bit. They take a lot of their shots from the outside. A good team defensively like Franklin can pick up on that and just start capitalizing, just as long as it doesn't hurt you, because if you try to sneak in there and get a lot of those steals, if Grants Pass can do a good job of controlling the ball, just a quick little pump fake, after a couple of steals, you give a little pump fake or something there and get someone to cut the wrong way and get a wide open player to the lane.
Well, and that definitely gives the Cavers something to look at going forward that they need to work on, as they didn't adjust well in the second half. As you said, their offenses, they don't change it up a whole lot. And those little fakes and those kinds of things that even within a fairly simple scheme that they run, those can make a big difference. And so that's something that I think they can work on as they head into the conference season. They've got one more non-conference game coming up tomorrow, but that's definitely something that will take them the next step that they'll need to be competitive, you know, in that very competitive conference they play in the Southwest. So I think that's going to do it for us here for our first game tonight. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. Be sure and download the free TableRockSports.net app and watch the replay of this game free on your mobile devices. We'd like to thank Grants Pass High School Athletic Director Clay Rounsaville.
Ramsfield.
What is it?
Ramsfield.
My apologies, Clay. Well, we thank you for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net and today's broadcast. Special thanks to head coaches Jesse Kirkpatrick for Franklin and Scott Wakefield for Grants Pass. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be next when the Grants Pass Cavemen boys will host the Westview Wildcats. That'll be at 6:45. Check out some great features on our updated website at TableRockSports.net and follow us online at Facebook.com/TableRockSports and on Twitter at TableRockSports. We hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible by our sponsors' support. And don't forget to tune in tonight for the first installment of the Friday night. What do they call that, Joseph? Friday Night Fast Breaks. I've got the football one in front of me here, which of course is a good show too. The Friday Night Football show on KTVL News 10. But of course tonight it'll be the Friday Night Fast Breaks with Joe Brett and Demi DeSoto. So be sure and tune in after the news at 11 on KTVL Channel 10. And again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Grants Pass 46, Franklin 34. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports with Joseph Brett. I'm Jeff Smith saying thank you for watching and good night from Grants Pass High School here in Grants Pass, Oregon.